with Sir Lloyd Brown. We're talking about his project with Bubblers. The project's actually called, it's a project album, and it's called Brown and Bubblers, yeah? And he threw me there, you know. Little joker. Chatting the business, you know. That might be stuff by you.
Start the program!
So, Sir Lloyd, alright,
Yeah.
this is our part four now.
Yeah.
Part four.
Mhm.
And for those who are just joining us, who just happen to be jumping on here, it's a project album. It's produced by Bubblers, and he's put this project together, or Lloyd has put this concept together because he wanted to salute Bubblers.
Absolutely.
Because he's a cornerstone within this industry.
Absolutely.
So we salute you, Bubblers. Thank you for a lovely album. I absolutely love and adore it. So as we're talking about instrumentalists and people like those, I have noticed specifically, because I was trying to get a band together, the 291 band.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your addition, by the way. We could only afford a 4-piece band, but what I did notice is that a lot of the musicians are of a certain age. Lloyd so kindly performed on the show for us, and he brought on a horn section that really completed the sound.
Absolutely.
Right? And
also I've got to big up True Identity, who were my backup singers as well.
I always forget that, and they were fantastic. And also our band, obviously, Vanbrugh Hill. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sterling job. Everybody loved that band. Everybody did.
Yeah.
But like I said, what I noticed is that musicians are of a certain age. Is it are they a dying breed, or you know, can we look forward to seeing some young musicians? Are they really interested?
They're both.
Yeah.
Young musicians are all over the place, but what it is, right, is the platforms, and it's not necessarily every platform they must be seen on. And I know that sounds draconian, but what I'm saying is that it's the right platforms for them to be seen on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to maximize their potential. Do you know what I mean? But that's just my viewpoint anyway. But there are young musicians out there plying their trade. You know what I mean? There's drummers, there's violinists, there's guitarists, there's keyboard players, and they are amazing to watch. And some of them, you know, they have no formal training. You know, they just pick up the vibe and just play along to it. You know, like a young lady who I'm actually mentoring right now. Her name is Tamika, and she's 14 years old, and she's got the voice of a 25-year-old.
Wow.
When I say I need to be a cop.
No way.
Then
No
we're there.
way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You know, give her the right song, the right track in the right key, right? See, those are the important things that makes the artists and the musicians who they are. That's what I'm talking about, the right platform. It's not just for them to just sing for a producer.
No.
And in the hope that they will basically make a break in that way. It's about how the voice, how the instrumentation of the musician is embellished and decorated. That's what a producer's job is, for me personally. So that's why I give mention to the right form and what have you. But in answer to your question,
They're in abundance.
they're in
out there.
abundance. I mean, a lot of them are in music schools and what have you, and you know, and they want the experience. You know, like how we had the work experience back in the day when we were youths. You know, it's more or less the same thing that they basically need. You know, in terms of highlighting their skills.
So actually, you're being active in bringing them forward through on your projects, as you just said.
Yeah, I'm all about talent. I don't care what age you are. You know, if you're talented, I don't care what age, what color you are. It's the talent. If you have the raw talent and you want help, I'm there. Do you know what I mean? You know, and as long as you're flexible to take guidance, and it's not to say that I can't learn from those people as well.
Of course.
You know, it's a two-way thing. But
I heard you say something to somebody. Well, it was to me actually, about doing some track, and you went, Elayne, so long as the electricity down, you're ready to go. And I thought that shows how available you are to your craft.
Absolutely.
You know, tell me about your son. I saw a video. Was that one of your? Is that your works? I saw.
It was. You know, I think I'm the cause of that because I subjected Courtney to a lot of. I subjected Courtney to a lot of Michael Jackson when he was young. You know, and the thing about Courtney, he's got a very photographic memory. So if he was to watch like a Michael Jackson routine, right, he can just pick it up straight and just give you the moves straight. You know, when it comes to movies and stuff, he can quote the script word for word, same tone, everything. And knowing of his talent and wanting to feature him in his rightful light, you know, I didn't want to use what's the word? I didn't want to use nepotism because I have a name. I'm gonna bring my son into it because it might not be what he wants to do. But I was asked by a friend of mine whose mutual friend was he had terminal cancer, and he wanted me to write a song for him before he passed. And obviously it's like, yeah, that was a done deal. And I literally had this song in my head while I was in the shower. I was like, hey, gotta have faith, gotta have faith, faith. It just, I can't explain it. Songs come from the weirdest places, and I built the rhythm track, wrote the song, and I called my son and said, Courtney, can you come and voice this tune for me?
So okay. You had it in your head that you wanted Courtney to do
it? Yeah, absolutely. And not only did we record the song, we shot the video as well, and what have you. And the good thing was that when the song came out and people were listening to the song, they didn't know where Lloyd Brown started and where Courtney finished it.
Wonderful.
It was like both our tones were so
similar.
And
where is he now in music? Has he continued with it, or?
Well, he has. Just like... Well, he's basically finding his way. I mean, he's in full-time employment, just trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's got a band of brothers round in that are dealing with music, and he's finding his own way.
So is he a songwriter? Is he just a performer? What would you say if you used to look?
He's what we call in the business a triple threat. He can sing, he can act, and he can dance.
Wonderful.
You know, so he's very versatile in that respect. But he's just finding his way. I mean, when I started in the business. I was like 19, 20. Courtney is 22 now.
So it's around about that time. But you do have to, I suppose, help him in some way, and maybe furnish him with a green click suit, because that's like the magic.
Well, first of all, is to furnish him with good sound business advice before he even picks up a microphone. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, he just needs a green click suit.
Okay.
If you were there, then you know.
Okay.
All right, look, 45 Degrees. This is another track from this wonderful project album entitled Brown and Bubblers.
Yeah.
Tell me about 45 Degrees.
I had the idea for this song years and years ago, when in the advent of smartphones. Because what I noticed was that people were just donging at their phone.
I wondered where that came from. Fantastic.
People were down in their phones, right? And their head will be set at 45 degrees.
45 degrees.
Down into their phone.
Brilliant.
And it's not just. Basically, I just use the term 45 degrees as a term of avoidance, right? So basically, the song would in the first verse would be 45 degrees looking at your phone, right? And then the next verse will be 45 degrees with your head set to the left, not having eye contact when someone's trying to basically just get real with you. And then 45 degrees with your head set to the right, avoiding eye contact, and me just saying, you know what, I can't take this no more. You know, I'm talking to you and you're acting like you're mute, you're acting like you're deaf, you know what I mean? You know.
So you're just 45 degrees away from the truth, 45 degrees away from contact, human contact. Exactly. Amazing, I love that. You professor you.
Your head's at 45 degrees, looking at your phone, ignoring what I say, not talking anymore. Defense mechanism is getting kinda old. Jah know I'm running out of patience, running out of time. Reach my destination, end of the line. Who would have thunk it after year 9? I can't take this anymore.
And so, as we're talking about digital, you've taken to social media to do these regular vlogs. Tell me about this, because you know, sometimes you're on your soapbox, sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, did he really just say that? That might be career suicide, but it's coming across with love. Do you understand?
Well, yeah. I mean,
for those who...
Okay, let me just tell you how it basically first started, because unlike some people, I can live without social media. I can live without it. I can take it or leave it. It's like if I don't go on social media, it's no great shakes to me, you know. And there was a point where I was off social media for a long time, and you gotta understand, prior to social media, if you never heard from anybody, something would definitely be wrong. You know what I mean? So you'd phone up the person at home on their landline.
And you'd know their number.
And you know their number to find out if they're alright. But in social media, it's amplified, because people expect people to be on social media promoting themselves. I can name you some people that have not been on social media, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I've got a few of those, yeah.
But people were worried about me to the extent where they were phoning me up and finding out, Lloyd, you dead? You know what I mean? And it just got to the point where I had to go and make a video and say, well, I'm alright, everything is blessed, everything is good, and next I'm going to be doing this and I'm going to be doing that. And then I started getting responses from people saying, Lloyd, you should do vlogs, you know, you should do vlogs. I'm thinking, what do you do vlogs? I have my ugly face on the camera for people.
Oh, stop.
I know I'm fishing for a compliment. But, you know, but I mulled it over. And I realized, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give people myself, the good, the bad, and the ugly of what I love, respect, and can't stand about our music fraternity, industry, business, you know. And it just merged into my vlogs and interviews and tutorials as well, with music software that I use. So it's not just a straight-laced thing, a one-size-fits-all thing, a one-subject matter
It's
thing.
really how you feel on the day, and what you pick up something and then you sit on your soapbox, or you're educational. That led so neatly into the title of the next track, which is Make Your Clothes Them Fall, because on social media, you know, you do get a lot of people making their clothes fall. People use social media for all things, but what's the thought behind this track?
Deborah Glasgow.
Oh.
Deborah Glasgow, her song Champion Lover. I wanted to do a homage to the late Deborah Glasgow and make a tune called Make Your Clothes Them Fall. Because it just, when I heard the rhythm, it had that Gussie Clarke vibe, who actually produced Champion Lover and produced a lot of Shabba Ranks' hits as well. So I wanted just to give tribute to that and give my version of events.
Wow, and you did. I did want to have a rewind on my track, but we'll see you in the...
Go ahead. It's live. Start the thing.
Oh, right.
You're looking at me like you wanna do me something, girl. Who's gonna blink first? Thrive under the pressure, girl. Tonight, it will be my pleasure, girl, yeah. My pleasure, girl, yeah. Proclaim say you're the champion lover, girl. Beg to differ, don't underestimate me, girl. Me nah ramp up, play with you,